Atmanamaste, dear soul crafters. Welcome to my exclusive podcast, Soul Crafting with Tanushree, Crafting Your Inner Awareness. Hi, I am Tanushree Nair, your energy transformation and mindset specialist, and author of the book Bring Out That Red Lipstick, certified life coach and an energy worker. I am on a mission to enable 100,000 women to discover their innate feminine energy balance through my inner Shakti blueprint in 90 days. I'm thrilled to bring out this new episode of the podcast show, Season 1, the Awakening series. As the old wise saying goes, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. This podcast is for all those people who are in the daily grind of life, who have forgotten to take a pause and smell the proverbial roses. For those who need a hand to learn self-mastery of their thoughts, emotions, and inner self. I am learning too, and would like to share this journey with all my fellow listeners. Together, we can go miles. I will be sharing and discussing with you how you can discover and maximize your inner awareness by balancing the subtle masculine-feminine energy balance within yourself through easy to practice meditations and lifestyle changes. I also invite successful guests to share their inspiring stories and techniques of how they have converted their adversities to opportunities. Tune in to new episodes every Tuesday and Friday, and a special curated guest Soul Sunday series every Sunday. This channel is for all those who are seeking an inside out transformation. Welcome, dear soul crafters. Today, in episode 14, we are going to explore creativity, yet another important feminine energy quality. Creativity is just connecting things. When you ask creative people how they did it, they feel a little guilty because they didn't really do it. They just saw something. It seemed obvious to them after a while. Steve Jobs. One of the highly creative men known in our times said this. Right at the onset, I want to put this in perspective. Being creative is not equal to art, but an artist is definitely creative. There is this general feeling of unease when someone talks about creativity. I am not creative. I can't paint, craft, or design anything to save myself. Well, creativity is not restricted to these terms alone. Creativity is one of the most important feminine energy qualities that each one of us carries. Even scientific studies talk about our brain being divided into right and left hemispheres. The left side of the brain does processing, logical, analytical, problem-solving activities, while the right side of the brain is more intuitive, creative, imaginative, and deals with motivation and emotion. But slotting yourself as being a left brain thinker or a right brain thinker is pure injustice to self. Creativity is a tendency to recognize, make connections, and generate new ideas that are useful socially, or to solve problems or in communication. The most creative people find out their way out of obstacles or difficult situations by considering them to be opportunities and stepping stones rather than as roadblocks. Creativity is always working in the background, whether you have been aware or not. Each one of us possesses this quality. We might have just shut it down with our limiting beliefs. It could have been that in our childhood, we were compared to other kids, or we would have limited experience. and we would have simply withdrawn ourselves to the fact that we could never be that good. But let me break the good news. Your creativity is your gift and does not deserve to be compared or competed with. You have it whether you want it or not. The ability to see the big picture or being able to connect dots is a big asset. That is what creativity is all about. Being creative opens new neuron pathways in our brain, thereby increasing its efficacy. You will find a burst of neuron activity in your brain and a feeling of channelizing your thoughts towards that one challenge will infuse the enthusiasm and recharge you with new energy. So, what are the advantages of being creative? It improves our problem solving capability. It increases adaptability. Creative people are naturally moldable. They can fit themselves in any situation. In the face of uncertain situations, it compels them to think out of the box and find new paths for complex problems or solutions. Creative people embrace being fluid or in flow, which again is another important feminine energy characteristic. Can you feel the interconnection of different feminine energies that we have been speaking about? Yet another good news is that creativity can be sharpened or developed strongly in oneself. How? Number 1. Stepping out of the box. Open your mind, heart, and eyes to see fresh perspectives. Infuse yourself with new ideas. Observe and re-observe the same things and see how many new ways you can find other than the known way of doing things. You can start this with your regular activities to start with. Add more details to it. Details help break down the walls and fuels imagination and innovation. Play with it like a child. Number 2. Do not presume. Let go of assumptions and challenge yourself to look beyond the specifications given to you. What else is possible? Note down 3 or 5 more options before nailing down on one. Number 3. Expression. Most times, we do get great ideas, but they hardly find a way out of our mouth. Learning to express in a healthy way improves creativity, which in turn pushes us to do more. Do not be your own critic or let others be. Note down the different alternatives and solutions you have expressed onto your drawing board. Most probably, combining one or more of those different ideas can itself yield a better solution or way. These are some activities which you can do mindfully. Now, how to improve creativity at energy level? We all know we have major and minor chakras, that is, spinning wheels, in our body from head to toe. But the most important ones are aligned along from our crown till the tailbone. The first being root or Mooladhara chakra, that is at the tip of your tailbone. The second one is the sacral or Swadhisthana chakra, which is located below the navel in the lower abdomen. It is this second chakra which is responsible for procreation, movement, emotions, and creativity. When in balance, one feels more connected, creative, sexually energetic, and in flow. It is the seat of creative passion. Imbalances in this chakra can make one feel disconnected from your body and emotions and unable to express creatively or sexually. It is the Swadhisthana chakra and the throat chakra, which is also called as the Vishuddha chakra, that work in tandem for creative expression. I am sure I do not need to list down what creative activities you can adopt. But here is a small list what I like to do to help energetically raise my creativity and balance my sacral chakra. Crafting, crafting, crafting. It's like food for my soul. I love creating things with my hand, and I love to crochet, knit, weave, sew, upcycle things around my house, find ways to reuse things before discarding. Lately, I took up balcony gardening as something new to learn. I added one small creative task in my daily routine, either to practice for myself or to learn. Doodle sketching, calligraphy, mandala coloring. These are some activities that I indulge with my son, who brought me back to enjoying art, to distress, and also spend quality time with him. Movement or dance. Like I mentioned, the Swadhisthana chakra is responsible for movement. When we move our bodies, the sacral chakra gets energetically activated. Dance is my first love, and I had to stop doing it due to an injury. But soon getting back to it very slowly. I love doing the whirling of, like you see the Sufi dervishes. Whenever I feel like dancing, it is like meditation in motion for me. Writing. Writing is an expression of my inner thoughts. I sometimes employ letter writing activities for myself to remind me of my goals and focus as if someone is advising me like a mentor. Meditation, and one of my very favorite activities. It helps me de-stress and connect me back to myself, my body, and my feelings. I hope you would pick up some of these activities for yourself. Go back to your childhood and pick up that long forgotten hobby, a new skill, sport, or something that you miss doing, and let your creative juices flow. Creative activities bring in single focus, flow, and helps leaders, entrepreneurs to engage in lateral thinking and finding innovative solutions for the same dreary problems. Do share with us your favorite creative activity that you indulge in to take the heat off of your day. Thank you for patiently listening till the end of today's episode. Dear listeners and viewers, you can head over to my website www.tanushrinair.com to subscribe to my newsletters or connect with me on my FB page Tanushri Nair, on Instagram at Soulful Living with Tanushri, on YouTube as Tanushri Nair. My book Bring Out That Red Lipstick is also available on all leading online stores, on amazon.in.co.uk.com. Both Kindle and paperback versions are available as well as on Kobo Google Play too. If you read it, please do not miss posting a review on Amazon for me to see. Thank you for joining me on today's episode, and until we meet again, stay safe, stay inspired. You are all loved. Peace, love and light. Your host Tanushri, signing.